Hello, my dear fountain pen, ink, and paper loving friends out there. PAPERDAG here with another episode of PAPERDAG Paper Talk. I have just gotten back from Germany 2 days ago, and I thought I share with you some of the treasures and some of the inks that I have brought. I do want to thank everybody who did ink swaps and supplied me with more ink samples, which I'm super excited about. And also, but before we get into the inks, I did want to share a few things with you that I feel like they're definitely worth sharing because they sorry, I'm looking at a bird out there, just totally distracted. I wanted to share with you the value of the written word on paper because I found a few treasures that made me realize how lovely it is to have things written on paper because they last. And not alone, a few of the books that I have gone through that my dad had collected, and I'm going to put them on the screen here. The oldest one being from around 1650, a little religious booklet, and another one, a Luther Bible from around 1750, which kind of like, I was sorting through these things at my parents' house where I grew up, and I was thinking, my husband is out there somewhere in Europe looking at all these things in museums, and we have them in our house. That was a little bit crazy, don't you think? So yeah, but let me show you the treasures that I have found. And if you recall, last year after Germany, I brought, I don't even know how many fountain pens. This year, nada. Even though I went to 2 flea markets, I did not find any fountain pens. I did check eBay Kleinanzeigen, nothing for a reasonable price there either. So not that I'm complaining. I have plenty of pens, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I wouldn't have said no if I had found another, like a Pelikan or so. Yeah, especially the Pelikan Hub. Did you go? They allowed me to come to the Pelikan Hub in Oberursel, which was the Frankfurt location, even though I had not signed up. I had signed up here, but then our whole calendar changed and I was in Germany during the time, and yeah, that was really nice. I really enjoyed being there, and I have made some new friends, specifically one, and I say hi to you here because we are starting so she's a new pen pal coming soon, so that was kind of fun. Yeah, where was I'm so super distracted. No, I am, what am I even? I am a little bit all over the place, but okay, back to the paper things that I wanted to show you, the written word from the books coming to the things that I have actually brought. And I decided I need to collect these. Not that I have found plenty, but I actually have found 3 of these, and I wanted to show them to you. And these are called Poesiealben, and I have purchased 3 at an antique market close to Wetzlar, but I also brought you my own to show. Mine are pretty hideous, and I wish I had my mother's. I bet, I don't know what happened to my mom's, no clue, but these are the ones, hey, that scream 70s, right? And probably all the Americans out there have no clue what I'm talking about. These books are a thing that children had in school. For me, these two were one in the 6th grade and the other one 7th grade. And they are something that you hand out to your friends, to your teachers, to write a personal note. And usually also a lot of times people write a poem or some kind of wisdom, a quote, the date, well, something personal. And let me see what I can find in here. And a lot of times people either draw something or they glue in something like a little picture that you could buy back then specifically for that purpose. I don't even know if these still exist, but here's an example that was done by one of my classmates in 71, and he did a combination of a drawing and one of those little pictures. And see if I find oh, the chaplain. Religious picture, and a bit of a, sounds more like a quote. Yeah, I mean, these are, I haven't even looked through these after I pulled them off of the shelf yesterday. It's just so lovely. And I'm curious to see how many of these people I will actually remember. This is sweet because it's my cousin, whom I like very much. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to the lock here. So these were mine, but since I bought these 3 at an antique market, I decided that I am adopting these families because probably there's nobody left in the family. And that's why there was a sale somewhere where maybe, what's that called? Estate sale, where somebody bought whatever they thought valuable or salesworthy. And, I mean, no family member left, I assume. So I thought, hey, I'll be your family and treasure you in the future. That made me happy. So I wanted to give you just a glimpse into these so you know what I'm talking about. And these are really special. Nothing compared to what I showed you because they are quite a bit older. Yeah, 1939. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. Look at that. The writing. I wish I could write like that. Isn't it beautiful? Also 1939. Then this one, even older, 28. Oh, I showed you the wrong side. This is the front, poesy, which essentially translates into poetry. And by the way, my new pen pal, she can write this style. Hey, I'm saying hi to you. I know you're watching. 28. So this is kind of like, okay, to read from me. But there's two older styles of writing that were used in Germany back then. This is not really filled up, but here's the name of my adopted grandmother, or whatever you want to call her. Maria Renk. Oh, I just love this. And of course, you can tell that all of this is written with a fountain pen. Last but not least, just like mine from the 70s, the lock is missing. And look at that paper. I can get so excited about stuff like this. So this one belonged to a woman named Martha Hilbig, born August 5th, 1909. This is really coming apart, so you cannot handle it too much. How do you feel about stuff like that? Would that get you excited if you found something like that at a flea market? I mean, what did I pay? 3-4 euros? So sweet. So I see that in these older ones, there were no decorations done. 1922. And yet again, you can see this old style writing. Same here. I might be able to decipher it kind of like from whatever makes sense, but not from the get-go if I pick just one word. Yeah. Down here you can say, you see that this says zum Andenken. Yeah. Lotte, 1922. Really, really fun. And then one more thing that I also got so excited about, this little notebook, smaller format. I believe that this also is a name, Müller, and it's the notes of somebody that took classes in whatever it was. And it's definitely also written with fountain pen. And I believe that, unfortunately, in this one, I did not find any date. What do you think? And then this here, not to decipher for me at all. And then for the sake of using up everything, the person restarted writing from the back. Oh no, this is just upside down. Yeah, back and forth. Yeah, and this is, yeah. Okay, enough of that. But you get it. You get the picture. I am so excited about these old paper things, the written word, and I'm like, yeah, it's just a nice thing to sit down to write things on paper, because That's what lasts. And even if there's no family member, there will be someone else who loves it. And I mean, I have my kids who are gonna hopefully like what I wrote, but I treasure all the letters that my friends have written to me. And talking about letters, I did bring this box, which also was something that I found in the house that I grew up in. And with my brother agreed that I could take this, and these are letters that were written to my mother, and but not by my dad. Oh, it's just so sweet. I know that my dad must have written letters to my mother, but not I didn't find anything here, because I'm sure I would have recognized his handwriting. Let me just grab something out of this box. Oh, this is super cool. I also want to show you this. This was sent from family members in the US, of course, from Erica and Harold. So sweet. And oh my gosh, I hope I'm not boring you senseless here. This could have been a Mother's Day thing. Oh, yes, it was. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It has my name. So I probably made this in kindergarten or so for my mother. And it's I wrote, ich danke dir für Mühe und Plag und wünsche dir einen frohen Tag. So I thank you for all you do for me, and I hope you're going to have a lovely day. Yeah. And last but not least, oh dear Lord, wow. Oh, this is a letter that was sent to my Aunt Katie, whom I loved very much. She was actually my great aunt, and she used to live in the States for several years. And the handwriting, right? So this is a letter that was sent to my great aunt in 1952 from a person, from a person who was teaching my mother at school, but she was a nun, because my mom, where she went to school, the nuns were teaching the kids. Yeah. So she was talking about that she was teaching my mother now. So special. Wow. Yeah. That's that. The power of the written word. That's all I gotta say. And then, okay, back to the inks. I wanted to tell you about 3 sweet friends, pen pals of mine, who have sent me ink samples. Also, my new pen pal, Sylvia, she gifted me at the Pelican Hub 2 inks. She brought some inks to give away, and I thought, oh, I cannot make up my mind which one to pick. And so she said, take them, take both. So I did. Didn't want to be greedy, wanted to take just one, but she insisted that I take them. Also, I have gotten a bottle of ink that I had, that my friend, that I couldn't get in the States, and that my friend Alexandra kindly ordered for me and then gifted me. And I got some online cartridges, long size, extra long size, from a friend who put in a few different colors, from a knitting friend, Liana. And I have, of course, this guy, Pelikan Edelstein, and then I bought 3 bottled inks, which I was really keen on trying after I saw these in one of the videos of Ryon paper. These are Schneider Pastel, and then I got this, which is again a very special ink vial holder, because this beautiful piece of wood is from a tree in my brother's garden, because they had the tree died, and so they chopped it down quite a bit. And I said, oh, I would love to have a piece of the tree, and I would love to have another ink sample vial holder. So this one is small, and if you haven't seen the other one, the big one, this is the one that I've been using a lot for 11 inks. And then I put, so these are the inks from my pen pal Sarah, and here are ink samples from Kirsten, who is Heide Journal on Instagram, and she had, it was kind of funny because I had told her that I brought her Birmingham Pen Company samples, and I told her, hey, you don't need to send me anything, I'm good. But then she felt like she wanted to send me some anyways, and she picked all these awesome inks that have by German companies, and they have these cool names, like referring to Northern German weather. This is my favorite name. My favorite ink name is Schiedwetter. So fun, which means shitty weather, essentially. I've lived in Hamburg for many years, so I know what that refers to. So I'm super excited about these. And then also I got a whole bunch from my dear pen pal Alexandra. And I'm probably not going to go through swatching all of these, but I'm going to do them. I thought I'm going to best do them because I want to do everyone justice. Probably start today by alphabet with the inks from my pen pal Alexandra, and then I'll get to the other ones from Kirsten and from Sarah in another video, where I'm just going to go straight to the swapping on the desk, at my desk, without filming an intro, just to make it a little bit shorter. And I will at this point probably pick one ink from each pen pal and put it in a pen. I haven't decided, of course, because I don't know what the inks are. Well, you know what? Actually, I think today I'm going to swatch the bottled inks. And then the separate videos will be the inks from my pen pals. That's what I'm going to do. But I will, like I said, I'm going to pick an ink from every bundle and put it in a pen. I don't want to have too many pens inked up. Yes, I can't believe I'm saying this. Who am I? Yes, because I want to have one cigar box with pens. So to be kind of like very flexible and carry them around. But okay, back to swatching. I will So I picked a bunch of pens that I may end up inking up, or I may ink up one of them. And I will now not go to the desk in this room, but I'll go to the desk upstairs in my daughter's room. And in case you wonder, if you remember, you may remember, yes, she is in Australia right now. And yeah, living her dream, spending half a year there. She found an apartment in Sydney. It's all been really challenging, but it is what she was looking forward to. And I just keep asking her every day, are you journaling? Are you journaling? Are you journaling? Because I don't think she brought a journal. She probably, yeah, I don't think she did, because I gave her a Tomoe River notebook and I don't think she took it. But maybe she took another book. I can't recall, because I told her there is a notebook that I gifted you for journaling in Australia. Whatever, different story. That's my daughter. And okay, let's go to her room and do some ink swatching. See you there. Hello, my friends. Here I am with all the bottled inks that we will be swatching today, not on the cards, which I also still do, but we're going to put them in my book for the bottled inks. And I have already taken them out of their boxes because I don't keep the boxes. Yes, I am that kind of person. Too much trouble when I want to ink up something to actually mess with the box. Sorry, not sorry. I have sorted these inks by company, but also by color. In the back here, you see the shimmer inks, also in color families. Here we are back to non-shimmers, and what I use is I put 1 or 2 drops of ink on the page, and then I use an ink vial to smudge it around, and I use just a black pen to write the name of the ink. So, and here are the pens that I will choose one of to ink up today. Let's move these guys out of the way. And of course, I also have some water and a rag. And I wanted to show you the bottles just so you see the comparison in size. 45 ml, I think the golden lapis is that 50? This was the gift from my pen pal Sylvia, as well as this one. And you can see the difference in the size. Here, the Schneider, they just have 15 ml. Isn't that what the small colorburst bottles are? I think so. I'm pretty happy with the system I have for this book, because I have, in this book, because I have one page where I can actually then see all the colors that are possibly an option, because I tend to match my pens and my inks. Making sure I get that shimmer going. All right. And I will put it on this page here. Need to find a black pen, but my daughter, she has the same that I usually use downstairs. Oh no, that's not. I don't know what this is. I'll just deal with it. I'll use this one. That looks pretty good. But now on to the smudgeroo. Oh wow, this is very blue. This is quite the royal blue, don't you think? Not a fan of how this writes. Nope. Same. This is better. Nope. This, of course, is, as you may have guessed, Tomoe River paper. Or maybe I have shown you in another video. Oh my gosh, I messed up. This is a shimmer on a wrong page. Okay, let me see. Next Diatramentis John Adams. I'm going to put it on this page, I decided. that is John Adams. It's so funny because I try to find this ink in the States, but I couldn't find it. It was not available. And so in the end, I asked my friend if she could get it for me when she orders more ink. And she's the friend who actually got me a sample of it that made me fall in love with the color, that ink color. Already splashing ink all over the place. All right, now next is Pelikan 4001 turquoise. And of course it has to go on this page. So let me see what I do in order to be able to continue the swatching. Just gonna put this in here. So the pages don't touch, and that's kind of weird that I don't have this ink color, even though I love turquoise, always have. What am I doing? Pelikan is spelled with a P. So this is, by the way, now a blue pen because the black ones did not write well, in case you wonder. Okay, let me see if I can adjust the lighting here. I know my friend Rob, hi Rob, he's gonna appreciate all the sounds that the bottles make and the ink dropping and whatnot. Yeah. Hi Rob. All right, next is Schneider Ice Blue, and this is the pastel series, German ink company. I'll squeeze this on here. Oh wow. nice. Schneider. Ice blue, wasn't it? Yes. And I'm gonna let this dry. I decided to get my cards for the inks after all because it takes a while until this dries, so I have the time to do this anyways. And I usually keep note of where I got the ink. This is for the bottled inks. Where I got the ink, when I got the ink, and the name of the ink. And then I do my smudge with my favorite knife. So I'm going to start with the ice blue, and you are not in the picture, but we will change this. This was from Amazon, Germany. Schneider ice blue. And in case you haven't seen this, this is a glass dip pen that I got from my dad. I'm using watercolor paper for these, but I wonder now if either it's this ink that behaves a little differently or if I have a new paper here. This feels very odd. All right. I really wonder if it's that ink that behaves a little bit differently on this watercolor paper. Interesting. Feels different already in the writing. But not so much when I smudge. Say. got away from you there. I love this shade of green. Kind of dusty and kind of almost like makes you think of a murky swamp. Kind of watery, but not the color. Did you all enjoy the Pelican Hub? I just think it's so special to be with people who enjoy the same thing that you're passionate about. I don't trust myself with cleaning paint brushes. That's why I love the way I love doing this with my knife. Okay, now this is dry. This is dry. And we can move on to what's next. Let's say we'll do the burnt sienna. Let's find the correct page. Dang it. Page is full. Okay. I guess I have to, I'll just put it on here. And then I'm gonna try to squeeze lilac and apricot also onto this page. I did shut this bottle. Make sure I'm not getting any leaks, and I didn't. Quite fit on the page, but that's okay. I didn't plan on continuing to get more inks. I thought I was going to be content with what I have, but oh well, that didn't go as planned. Okay, I gotta do the other one. Keep that second. So this is Diamine Burnt Sienna. Let's do the card. Thank you again, Sylvia, for these inks. I'm excited to use them soon. And thank you, of course, also, Alexandra. And last but not least, thank you, Pelican, for doing this incredible event every year. So cool. Okie dokie. Let's see if I have a purple page. I do. So I'm going to put the lilac on this page and the apricot on this page. I always get ahead of myself and close the bottle, even though I do want to make the card. Yeah, my pen pal Alexandra and I, we do a lot of, we've done some, not a lot, but we've done some swaps where I got her inks that she has a hard time getting in Germany. And so that works out well for both of us. What made me think of that now, I do not know, because these are not inks that she got for me. This pretty. Well, they're all pretty. Oh, wow, isn't that interesting? It looks so much more orange all of a sudden. Interesting. A lot more orange than in the writing over here, I find. What do you think? Okay. Alrighty, one more. Sweet. I really like this. I love swatching videos, and I love currently inked videos, and I don't think they need a lot of talking, and they don't need a lot of editing for me. I don't know how you think about that, but I find it really calming to hear the sounds of the paper and the inks. Yeah. Alrighty, my friends. Okay. Let's take a look at the cards, and then let's take a look at the pens. Can you see them all? Yes, you can. And now let's take a look at the pens that are options. This is one of my vintage pens that I really always enjoy writing with, and even though it's a fairly fine vintage steel nib, I assume. I think it's a, nope, never mind. It's gold nib after all. I was wrong. It's called Matador Click because though. Then I picked out a pen that I haven't used in a long time. It's a Cartier. I forgot the model, sorry. Now we'll have to look it up. Medium nib. So these two are definitely an option. I think this has a cartridge converter. Yep. And this is a piston filler. And I did bring the Opus 88, what's it called? Orange Jazz, I think, which I recently got in Houston, but I think I want to use that for a sample, so I'm going to put that aside. And then I have this Mont Blanc. I think it's called a Mont Blanc 12, and it has this incredible nib. This is one of the pens that I got in Germany last year at an antique show. Actually, at I think this was from that antique show where I had the same one as the one where I went to this year. Then this is the Aurora 88. Nice medium nib. Or is it a broad one? I forget. Hold on. Ah, this is a broad. Never mind. Beautiful pen. My husband got this for me after our son was born in '99. So this is an option also. And then here's my, I love this combo. Seriously, I wanted to have a variety of options. Like, this is so dinged up, and you've seen this before. I love this pen. It's such a great writer. Faber-Castell 10. Semi-hooded. It has a cartridge converter. It's probably a double broad. What do I call this? Or I think I call it a broad. This belongs to the pen. Yeah, definitely. Also good probably for a sample. So I'm going to put that aside. Maybe. Then I haven't used this much since I got it. The Delta Delta Dune Horizon. I think it's a broad nib. Beautiful pen. Oh, look at that. John Adams. Wow, that would be a great match. And then I also grabbed one of my favorite vintage Pelicans. This is, you've also seen this many times. This one is a Pelican 400. I think they call these the NNs with the rounded end. And mine is has a damage on the body here from some kind of an acidic, maybe glue or something, not sure. I got it. It's always been like that, and it has a absolutely wonderful nib, the oblique medium, even though it writes like an oblique broad gold nib. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna do this one today because I have already used the John Adams, and what else? I don't think any of these I will use with a shimmer ink, so that's out. And so it will be one of these. I think, look at that. I don't even think I showed you the stone here. Or glass, it's probably. I think that would be a great option. But I would also really love to put this into this broad nib. Oh, but I also wanted to use this one. Maybe this one with the burnt sienna, because burnt sienna would be just lovely right now for fall, you know? Not that I'm usually paying attention lots to that, but this is a beautiful color, and just it is. And then, but on top of that, it fits for fall. And I could put the lilac in here. See, this is where we are already. Did I say I wanted to ink up only one pen? I'm already at 3. Okay. Let's put this aside as well as this. And let's honor Sylvia's sweet gift, kind gift of ink sharing, and ink up the Matador Click. Let you watch here. The piston goes down, and great. By the way, I'm just on the last page of Currently Inked, and of my Currently Inked book, and my friend Ramona gifted me a new book for my Currently Inked, but I'm so weird. I'm gonna have to, I have another one that looks exactly the same from the outside as the one that I'm using right now. So I think I'm gonna do the same one first, and then next time I'm going to use the one that she gifted me. But now let me get my Currently Inked book, and then I'm going to give you a writing sample. This is literally the last bit that's left on the last page of my currently inked. And I was looking for the next Tomoe River notebook, which this is where I told you I had another one, but I actually have two more. So I have told you that I love to do currently inked. I find it very calming to go through all my pens and just do a little sample. And one of the Tomoe River notebooks was actually also a gift from my pen pal Alexandra. And this one, here you go, Ramona. There you see the beautiful, actually Hobonichi book that you have kindly gifted me. I love graph paper always, and this is a smaller graph, which is so cool. So sorry, Ramona. Actually, I may use this as a journal. I've been journaling a lot these days. So I love using all the books that I have acquired, or most likely, more so in the past. I have used books that have been gifted to me. People have been super kind to me, so I appreciate that. And here we go. This nib is almost a bit stubbish. It doesn't feel like I mean, it's not broad enough to count as a stub, but it's somewhere in between a medium and a broad, but I don't think I would call it a broad, so let's call it a medium. And this is diamine. Burnt sienna. It feels a little bit dry. I'm very surprised. I don't know if it's the pen or what, but I did recently get some white lightning, so I may actually even add a little bit to that. Am I going to ink another pen or not? No, I will hold back for now. So this is it from me for today, and I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon with the ink sample swatching. Bye.